Hi everybody. Today we're doing a review of the JJN Bifacial 200 watt solar panel. I picked this particular panel for the following reason. I was trying to get something to match up well to a Bluetti EB3 power station. Now this power station is able to take up to a 200 watt input on its MPPT built-in solar charge controller. But in order to get 200 watts, you have to have the voltage at a reasonable level. Otherwise, it just the limitation of current will prevent it from generating sufficient power. So the specifications on this 200 watt panel gives a somewhat higher open circuit voltage and a higher maximum power voltage compared to other 200 watt panels. And I wanted to get a 200 watt panel so I didn't have to constantly connect two 100 watt panels to generate the same amount. And a 200 watt panel like this weighs only around 26 pounds, which is half the weight of these 300 watt panels that I have, and is much less cumbersome to carry around. So so the specifications on this show a 28.1 volt open circuit voltage, which is 0.1 volt higher than what the maximum allowed on this, but this power station seems to be able to handle that without any trouble, and has an optimum operating current of 8.55 amps and an optimum operating voltage of 23.4 volts, which is much higher than many of the other similar panels, which are often only 18 volts. So connected to this power station, I was able to generate 192 watts, which is not bad considering it has a 200 watt maximum. And so I'm happy with the pairing of these two devices. Also, on my EP Ever charge controller 40 amp, I should be able to string 3 of these things together, and it won't exceed the 100 volt operating maximum operating voltage, and deliver the full 600 watts of power to the system. Now, this power station actually limits how much power I can get from this panel, because when this panel is connected to my EP Ever charge controller as it is now, I've been able to get up to 224 watts from it, which is pretty impressive since its nominal rating is 200 watts. Now right now we have a partly cloudy sky, and you know, it's in and out, and a few minutes ago I just measured the power coming off of this panel as 196 watts. But in a full sun, it frequently will generate it's 200, 205 or more watts, and that's not unusual, but it varies depending on temperature and how clear the skies are. So I'm happy with this. I built a little do-it-yourself stand for it, which is a somewhat, well, it's falling apart, modification of the things that I've seen online, and I'll do a separate review on how that's designed and built and why I made the modifications that I did. So I've been pleased with this. I'm thinking about getting 2 more, and what I think I can do based on the numbers is I should be able to put 3 of these panels in series and connect that parallel with my, back there I've got a couple of 300 watt panels, which are 24 volt panels, but based on the specifications of the panels, I should be able to put those 2 strings in parallel and get 1200 watts of power to my 40 amp EPP Ever charge controller. The only modification I'll have to do is wire my batteries in series to change it from a 12 to a 24 volt battery system in order to be able to utilize the 2 panel strings in parallel together and to maximize the power of the system. So that would yield a 1.2 kilowatt system on my 40 amp EP Ever charge controller. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm pleased with these panels. I would recommend them. I have I think that, you know, anytime you can get a solar panel that's putting out equal to or more than its nominal voltage, you don't have much room to complain. Thanks for watching.